Libra, oh my, welcome. This is your March 2020 daily predictions video, and it's alt reading, and we're also going to jump into a pick a card reading towards the fairy tale end. Now, I've already recorded the reading. I've done it. Oh my, it was quite powerful. Libra, it was really quite emotional as well. I'm going to give you a heads up here. I'm going to be real honest, especially towards the tail end. All right, there are some perhaps tricky subjects to navigate, to maneuver through, depending on how it is that you feel personally guided to kind of like move through them. I'm not sure what that's taken as you will, but for a number of you, everyone may have a sort of a certain connection with certain concepts, and so there perhaps is something that feels like it is really deep. I'm hearing intense, at times maybe even like interestingly heavy, but also I'm hearing I'm hearing a sort of a point of pleasure to sort of reveal. I'm hearing in this way, like someone maybe feels like there's something that they, at one hand, they feel pressure to release, and also pleasure in processing. Okay, this sort of I'm hearing sort of project. I'm hearing in this way. So take it as you will, Libra. I just, again, a little heads up. The reading is interesting, at times funny. There are different sort of waves that it moves through, so to speak. So feel free to watch however it is that you do feel guided. If you do feel guided. And thank you for tuning in. Love and light to you here. And I'll see you in the reading. Bye, Libra. Thank you all so much again for your support. Libra, love and light to you here. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Welcome to your March 2020. This is your daily predictions reading. Thank you so much, all of you, for connecting and tuning in here to you, ultimately. All right? Thank you for tuning in, and let's get on with it here for you. We'll pull a card for each of the days and see as well what might come through as a focus through the weeks. And then we're going to jump into pick a card stack reading towards the end for any little further insights and notes that might be a focus. Please keep in mind, dear Libra, that, and I'm hearing Scorpio here, that this is a tarot reading. I will be using the cards, but I'm also channeling. So certain, specific details, visions, okay, may come through, and insights, foresight, so on and so forth. So, certain names at times may also come through, and it's always very up to you on how you interpret it, how you perceive it. Again, certain names, even dates, times, numbers. Let's jump into it here for you, Libra, and see what comes through. Card here actually fell on the ground just now, and it is the World. Wow. It's in reverse. Let's shuffle it back in and see if and when it does come through again during this month. Okay, we're leading into March with the Lovers. I'm hearing really? I'm hearing for real? Hold on. Wait. Let's shuffle that back in. Okay, I'm hearing that specifically. Hold on. I'm hearing Scorpio. I'm hearing that's a clever one. But can you reach in your pocket again for another piece? I'm hearing I'm hearing potential now that I'm hearing we make peace on. Okay, so I don't know. Someone maybe even is like, well, they're presenting something. It could be a negotiation, or like they're making a decision, or maybe they met someone and they've got this like way of presenting their interest to someone, and like someone's like, sorry. That's a stale piece of bread. I'm not, are you gonna chew on that? I'm not gonna chew on that, yeah. Okay, I'm hearing come at me once more. 2 of Wands just popped out in a thick stack. We're gonna get to that. That's a theme card, or a theme stack here for you. Now, someone may be actually like, I don't know, bluffing a little bit. Okay, here we go. Now, we're coming in with the Sun. This came through, I believe it was in the Sag reading. Libra, you're gonna laugh. Lovers here, 222 right on the clock, right there, Sun and the Lovers again. It's like, okay, we know. I'm hearing she's got it. The 3 of Pentacles upright, Ace of Pentacles reverse. So someone actually, maybe they revealed something, but like, or maybe they were about to, and then they like raced back, or maybe they're like, well, I showed up, but without like proper clothes on. Maybe they they tried to even like present something, but then they felt like it wasn't presented right, so they went back and they wanted to redo that. And or for a number of you, this could have even been in the past and it comes up for review, or for reconnection around the month of March, the very start here, right out of the gate, Libra. This is something that is like reconnected with here, even conceptually, like, okay, it could be something you're even reviewing now. Whatever it may be, Leo, okay, Leo, yeah. And this is the ruler, actually, of Leo, the sun, accompanying lovers. Now, whatever it may be. Now, for another number of you, though, someone had a very immediate reaction to whatever this was, and they're like, I think that you need to go back home and, like, put on a new tape cassette that you listen to while you prepare for this. I'm hearing presentation. So this could be, well, let's clear that. Maybe for a number of you, this is something, either it's you with you, and maybe you're like, well, I don't think it's ready yet. Okay. Maybe you've been moving through the cycle of preparation for quite some time now, and it could be self-induced. But for another number of you, maybe you feel as well that there's an expectation. It may not be like, let's say, you're like, well, it's a matter of it's not a matter of what I think is good. It's like, is it good enough for them? And I don't know. So maybe even were testing something out, or they felt like there's a little bit of like a false start there. Gemini, I'm hearing Gemini strongly, like Scorpio as well. Libra, it really, what it comes down to is also leadership. Even the way in which we present something, here. So the sun is related to Leo, right? Yet again, it's a fire-based card, and it's all about kind of presenting something in a very prideful space, but at the same time, sentimental. I'm hearing that with the sun, like, and the lovers. It's like there's something that is almost like a gift to be wrapped as well, and like, and then unwrapped with the Ace of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. Now I'm hearing gratitude as well. So for a number of you, maybe there's something that you realize, like, actually you realize something here, Libra. It's funny because the Ace of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, and the Sun, like, kind of, it really kind of brought forward the message of the lovers through in a totally different way. It's like, you could have Romeo roaming around on stage, but if Juliet, like, isn't in the script anywhere, what the fuck, right? Okay, like, I don't care if Romeo is super cool with ripped jeans. Okay, at the end of the day, I'm hearing he's nothing. I'm hearing without Juliet's ride as well. I don't know what. Okay, so somebody maybe feels like, dang, I didn't show like enough gratitude. Like, I really didn't also maybe showcase this in the way that I felt they expected, or in the way that I felt I expected of myself too. So let's clear that. Maybe someone as well, they felt like there was a reaction and it just made something real clear to them. They're like, uh-oh, I think I communicated as well. Well, they gave the impression that something was actually clearly not what it was. And it was like, maybe it was a joke even, or this person was like, I'm sorry. I think you need to, like, go back and do that again. Maybe it has to do with a marriage proposal even. Like, what is... The lovers showed up without the Ace of Pentacles. It's like, you know, it's kind of like Cinderella asking, like, the prince, where the carriage is. Okay, they're like, Cinderella's like, are you serious? You want me to climb on your back? And then we're gonna ride it out? I'm hearing like this all the way home. I'm hearing that, but like, can you order me at least an Uber pool? I'm hearing that specifically. Someone is like, yeah, I'm hearing, or at least respond to my like message about that. I don't know what, Libra, no judgment, but like somebody felt like also like they didn't make something clear, and they're like, oh shoot, I left them hanging with that. Maybe it was someone like, they sent someone a text message. This is all coming through right at the beginning of March. Libra, okay, now anyways, I'm hearing Leo again. Now, for a number of you, maybe even you forgot something, like you were about to like do something or like present something, and then you're like, oh shoot, like I forgot everything, like the shampoo bottle. I'm hearing my his and hers blankets. I'm hearing that as well. I'm hearing the lookbook everything. I'm hearing I totally forgot. Like, but I'm seeing like it's really interesting. I'm seeing Cinderella in the pumpkin carriage, but I don't know. Like, I'm hearing Leonardo da Vinci forgot to paint that part of the portrait, but she did not pass. I'm hearing it as an exam that should be also like showcased. So for a number of you, maybe even this is like an impression that you're setting, and maybe you feel like the first date was kind of like a dugout. I don't know what that's about. Like, you felt like you're also like someone's playing hard to get, and they're like, yeah, I don't think that she like wants to, like ring my bell ever again. Oh no. let me like maybe also like turn up some Leona Lewis. I'm hearing maybe turn down the lights a little bit, like make it a little romantic. Like someone like raced as well into like some kind of conversation, maybe also like real quickly, and they felt like they kind of also like they cleared someone's mind, but like it made things more complicated as well. Like, I don't know what, like maybe someone was like, oh no, now they think that I'm like really concerned about the whole image thing. Hold on. Has to do with Mr. and Mrs. Hold on. Lovers and the Ace of Pentacles. Like, someone feels like also maybe someone got the wrong idea of them, or like the wrong impression. I'm hearing Scorpio again. They felt like, oh, goo, no. I'm hearing, I kind of just like, I gave them everything up front, and like, I just told them how I felt exactly, and then they didn't like, ooh, feeling pressure in the collarbone area. I'm hearing they didn't like even, they didn't say yes or no. So it makes me feel like, well, for everybody here has to do with their followers. I'm hearing I want my followers back. I don't know what that's about. The Lovers and the Sun, Three of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. Like, someone felt like something maybe gave an impression off that, as well, I'm hearing like, I'm rich and I'm single, and you can't remove me from that title or that position. But that's not really the point of their persona, actually. So why would they present it in that way? Lovers come back around the boundary with the Ace of Pentacles this time. Three of Pentacles and the Sun. It's like, I was just kidding. Here's the pumpkin. Here's the carriage. Here's your glass slipper. Aren't you glad I'm back? Like, I don't know what, with all the stuff, I don't know what that's going to do. It's like someone maybe wrote the letter, but they forgot also like how to address it. Maybe for a number of you, this is somebody who's gonna make like another impression here, where maybe it's like a test that someone took, they're about to retake it, kind of thing. Let's clear that. Maybe for a number of you as well, someone is having work commissioned, but it could be like a blip, like a Mercury retrograde thing, like the presentation was missing like 8 slides, and maybe they presented it and the person was like, I'm pretty sure you didn't mean to present that. I will pass this back to you, give you the benefit of the doubt. Feel free to totally dishevel it, unplug it, and then replay it for me. I'm hearing in next year's presentation round. Okay, so let's clear that. So maybe for a number of you, this is a negotiation, possibly, but let's clear that again. Libra, really, seriously, let's clear that. For a number of you, we are in Mercury retrograde, so there could be things that sort of also come up for review. What's plastic will be identified as that as well. Like, maybe someone was like, I'm going to try to get a passing grade for what it is that maybe even like I submitted last year and like failed, but like, let me see if like this time around, like the teacher will be fascinated. I don't know. Hopefully not. Hopefully there's no plagiarism here. Take it as you will. But for a number of you as well, maybe this has to do with the start. I'm hearing of a new era, and it's like, well, I want to get things off on a good foot. I don't want to like just, jump into the round and be glad that it's over as well. For a number of you, you realize as well, maybe it was unintentional. Like someone's like, oh, I gave off this impression that I'm just like, get lucky, get lucky, and like that made someone like turn their head and like taste something sour. I'm hearing, but they weren't I'm hearing they weren't touching anything to their lips. I don't know what, like, so okay, now someone was like, well, look, I don't want that to be also like the tummy troubles that I leave you with the impression of, okay? Like, someone's like, I'm sorry. Like, imagine having something sour on an empty stomach. Like, I don't know, maybe someone feels like, oh no, like, did I make you feel, like, also weird about that? Like, I just kind of, like, opened the whole, you know, shopkeeping book, like, too soon. Maybe someone felt like someone opened up, like, real quickly. Even about, like, some sort of, like, family thing. I don't know what. No judgment. Now, not to say that that was good, bad, positive, or neutral, but someone maybe also felt like there was something that someone felt like, okay, so are they like, they want me to rewrite also their script for them? Like maybe someone presented something and then it's like, in order to work with that, like it required the other person to like really, really rework it, maybe even, and like this other person felt that it was not really practical even. Okay, so maybe it had to do with compensation. Maybe someone got like some sort of work proposition come through and they're like, here's the contract, and the person's like, where's the compensation? What, you want me to create all this content for free? I'm hearing you've got to be like a really good liar or like a really funny comedian, one or the other, pick your choice. So yeah, and then this other person was like, oh shoot, yeah, no, I totally was not good at writing the contract, proposal, presentation, whatever, maybe portfolio. Let me repackage the goods this time with wrapping paper. Okay, so no judgment again. Libra, I'm hearing Scorpio. Somebody dealing with a Scorpio who's got they're razor sharp. Like they know exactly when one ray of light does not roam in the room. I'm hearing in accordance with the others. Like they can kind of tell also when they know someone's intentions, and they're not really racing anyone in or out of the room as well, but they will not hesitate to really also be very real when it comes to recognizing what is real for them and what is not. Perhaps, I don't know what that's only to. They could be a teacher or someone who has something that they feel they must share. Like it's something that maybe someone is like, they're actually really, really, they're Libra. I'm hearing Sagittarius, Scorpio. They actually they know they are a storyteller and they know their story inside out. So they kind of know, maybe even someone's like they're re-imaging something, or like it's a prototype, maybe for a bit of technology that's being coded. Someone's like, sorry developers, I know you really dusted off. I'm hearing your diamond I'm hearing bezeled screens. I don't know what that's linked to, but I need you to dig the worm back up out of its hole, okay? And kind of like dance with it a little longer. So I don't know what that's alluding to, but maybe someone is actually like I'm hearing they're a cleaning crew actually, or they're a philanthropist, hold on. Or they're a project manager, or they could be even like a tester or a teacher. Anyway, Libra. Moving into the Ace of Wands. Wow. Okay, so somebody's actually like, they're putting someone like pedal to the metal baby. They're like, oh, you're interested? This could be an interview for a number of you. And it's like, it's one test after the next. It's like, oh, that's your claim? Okay, now prove it. Oh, that's what you believe? Okay, so tell us why. Like, tell us more. Tell us where you want to go with that as well. So it's something of like a follow-up. I'm seeing something like building, and it's something that someone feels like they also need to like really balance, like in the way that they address it. They're like, well, I can't just come at you with like my needs and my story, and I need to, wait, pause, listen, hear you out, listen to yours, and then, for whatever it's really just storytelling. Ace of Wands, you lead into the 3rd approximately of March with the Wheel of Fortune. Now, I'm hearing, where do broken hearts go when they find their way home? Da 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 da. When he's waiting for me. Libra, I gotta be honest, I don't know if those are lyrics, but I was singing something there. So for number Libra, maybe you're like, well, at this point, I tried. Maybe you even applied for something. You like put in your resume. You responded to all of the Rita Rabbits I'm hearing in the contest that wished you well. I'm hearing as well. And then you like called yourself a cab, and you're like, you know what? Whatever happens, it could be an audition as well for a number of you. You're like, whatever happens, okay. I'm not gonna also like keep rewinding the tape and like reflecting on what my decision was at that point, and there's no point in that. It's either I learned my lesson as well, or I will live the lesson once more. And maybe there's something that you're actually like you're waiting for a response to recognize more clearly. So wow. Are we joking, Libra, at this point? You got the hard fuck coming through. Come on, Libra. Come on, Libra. Libra! Row the boat, baby. Row the gondola, the boat, whatever you want to call it, whatever sets your sail, whatever puts the wind behind the engine, I'm hearing as well. For a number of you, you're like, I'm hearing, I believe I can fly. Like somebody's like, listen, okay, I have fear of heights, but I will freaking make it. I'm hearing across this bungee cord. I don't know what that's going to. Somebody's like about to also take their first flight, exam, test. They're like, I'm just flirting with that little fountain. I'm hearing fountain pen at the bottom of the screen. I don't know what that. Somebody's like even looking out a window and they're like, is that Florida? Mommy! I heard that specifically. Mom! Hold on a second, is that Florida? Is it the future? Is that the future? Is that my former life also that I'm leaving behind? Like someone's like there, it's so surreal. They cannot believe that they're actually flying. I'm hearing this away like a plane. Anywho, could be metaphorical. Now, for a number of you, it's just a new circumstance. It's a new environment. And someone's like, look, I'm training. Maybe they're an intern. They're like, I'm just getting used to this. I'm just kind of grazing the grass with my leaf blower as well. I'm hearing that specifically. Like, maybe someone feels like they're getting clearance here for something. And maybe they're about to pass a test. And again, they're like, on one hand, they're like, look, again, like, I have to believe in myself, right? What it is that I really actually wish to bring into being. How do I feel about it? And acknowledging that feeling as something that is more than an altruistic also cause requires of me to call it out as a feeling space as well that I can form. I'm hearing that I form my future around. So in other words, it's like somebody may be calling someone up to like not only call out what their passion is, but also like their plan to accommodate it. So maybe for a number of you, it's like, well, is this the future that you want to lead out? You know, how is that? You're actually taking proactive steps towards managing that vision as more than just an idea or an ideology and actually setting into motion action. What it sounds like, Libra, for a number of you is that you're getting interviewed. This is for a number of you. Maybe even it has to do with investment. Now, who's to say that the shark in the tank knows which way to swim? You know what I mean? Okay, to make it through to the other to the other boardroom. Like, I don't know, maybe someone is claiming like, oh, you need to be able to also like communicate about these topics, these concepts. And maybe for a number of you, like, it makes you wonder, like, is this really the team that I wish to collaborate with if those are the things that they're also calling out the shots by way of. So for a number of you, maybe it's just a system. Maybe someone was even hired in a certain space, or maybe they were transported to another team or some sort of even system strategy, and it just is very different. Okay, so maybe the way that things are run in this space is just like, wow, I've never actually talked about these things in this way. But if your teachers require you to, then, or the teachers of this space kind of like react best to those things, well, let me reprint the magazine, so be it. I'm hearing that specifically. Hard front here in these walls. For a number of you, maybe you have a client as well, and like, it's like, I'm hearing clean up, everybody do your turn. Like, everyone just has different opinions about what the story really actually brings to light by way of the version that it's told out through. Interesting. So to say everything is actually also, like, everything can be seen as suspicious. Like, I don't know what that's alluding to, but maybe someone feels like they're just super picky. What does that mean? Not to say that that's true or not. Dear Scorpio, if you're a Scorpio. Now, for a number of you, it could be you with you. I'm hearing, I'm really I'm really invested in this space, but I feel like I'm a reader without a writer on the path. Okay, I don't know what that's alluding to. Maybe someone feels like there's also just like a lot of work. And they feel like I'm hearing solo gazing here at the stars. Like, it's a lot of pressure. Maybe they feel like they're launching even like a company or a campaign, and they're like, there's just a lot of pressure, like when it comes to the promotion of the material, a lot of things that require some guesswork, challenges that I cannot really like assure that I will make money with. Like when I print all these magazines and all of these promo material, I'm not gonna definitely, right, make up for that sacrifice in the long term. I can't say that marketing will definitely lead to sales, sort of thing, dear Libra. But for a number of you, you realize that the chandelier is more for just holding light. Literally, it's also a matter of the presentation. So for a number of you, take it as you will. There's something that you feel you're investing in at this point in your run. I'm hearing in the territory of the topic as well. Like maybe you feel like in the beginning stages, you're like really investing in something as a foundation that you're laying. Given that you feel like that setting a more fertile ground for the future may best accommodate the potential that it may potentially lead to. So maybe you're like, well, maybe I should offer more up front. It could even be a collaboration. You're like, well, I really want to give it my all. I want to be that one intern that like runs to get everyone the best groceries of the pack. I'm hearing that as well. Like, and then, eventually when the company turns a fortune, I will be the best marriage proposal that they've ever made. Like, I don't know what this is leading to. Maybe someone feels like down the line there will be, more trades for them. Okay, so somebody perhaps is in an intern space, and they feel like maybe it will eventually evolve. Okay, you have the Hierophant in the middle of the spread, so there's something that perhaps is quite stable as someone sees it. Maybe it is a contract. I'm hearing temperance. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius. Substitute teaching, I'm hearing, or teaching could be a focus. Education, let's clear that. Education, teaching. Now, you have the Two of Swords leading you out with the Tower and the Four of Cups. Somebody maybe even is like getting experience, I'm hearing, in a certain space. And that's like, okay, their form of compensation. Again, maybe they could be like an unpaid intern, for example. And they're like turning the pages of this magazine. Maybe they're interning even like at some sort of, I'm hearing co-authoring space. I don't know what that's alluding to. Community funds management, I'm hearing as well. Manager. They're like Marge. I'm hearing she looks like Marge Simpson. The other funny looking fella, I'm hearing he looks like Bart. I don't know what, no judgment. That's not me talking. Sagittarius. I'm hearing Sagittarius. Scorpio as well. Libra. I'm hearing, no, don't worry. It's no secret. Like, everybody in the Staples arena stops them when they're walking to say that they, I'm hearing, because I want it that way. Like, they have some sort of representation. Like, it's even like something they're paid to represent. Okay, I don't know what that's alluding to. Let's clear that. Somebody feels like something is, I'm hearing writers workshop. Someone's working as an editor, even in a communications department. I'm hearing it was this big. The pension, I'm hearing it was this big. I don't know what that's alluding to. Like, someone's like, something was given as compensation, but it was the size of like their thumb finger. I'm hearing to the ring finger. I don't know what that's alluding to. Like, maybe someone is like, oh, they made a huge offer. It was the size of my boyfriend's I'm hearing bead. Hold on. It's Libra. Bead on his breastplate. What's that about? Like, maybe someone even, they got paid for something. It may have to do with like, even like some kind of network that they're related. It may have to do with even the army. Like, someone was supposed to get something like funded, or they had funding come through something, and then it was like, I'm seeing someone wearing tags. Like, you know, when someone's in the army, they wear that little, that plate of their necklace. I'm seeing like a little bead that's attached to that necklace, and it's like this person was like, that's totally like so that's so like sick. I'm hearing it's so simple, like, of them to think that that would be like, that would suffice. Like, someone was like, they're like, that offer was embarrassing when it comes really down to it. They're like, somebody actually like risked their life to lead out a also a certain type of life. Okay, interesting. I'm not sure what that's only to Leo. I'm here, Leo. And then they were like offered a pack of chewing gum, a box of stickers to promote this company image. I'm hearing logo, learning. And then they were like, they were let out of the room. So I don't know what that's alluding to. Someone felt like some offer was like, it was actually, they felt like they were, it was like it was out of balance. Like, they're like, you're asking us to like even like construct or create this entire like company. I'm hearing this museum, like, it sounds a little bit like exploited work from young talent, like, you know, taking interns fresh out of college, kind of telling them, oh, you know, you have the potential to be a leader in this field, a pioneer. Look at the way the presentation moves from slide A to B. And it's like, these people were like, I'm so sorry. I think that you somehow miscalculated the hours also that it takes to apply for this exam. Like, someone is actually real freaking pissed. They're like, I spent like my whole life savings to get this goddamn degree, and you're gonna come and tell me that my time working for a company is worth 2 cents? I'm hearing of your story. Okay, I don't know what that's about. So maybe someone's like, I don't want to work for the richest. They're just there to like reprint their own image like over and over and over again. So maybe someone felt like there's just something that's not representing also what they really feel is the right way to lead the space up. Like, it's enough for everyone. Someone maybe feels like the way that maybe even they are launching something, they're like, well, I don't want it to feel like it's just real because I wrote it out to be like that as well. Like, maybe someone's like, I want it to really show also what went into the space, like the labor, the intensity also of passion. And I need to feel like I can find characters who are willing to like sink or swim in that space of really representing it. Okay, so Libra, you may be the one hiring. Yeah, I am the Shakespeare. I have the script, and I have some people interested. Libra is revealing. Okay. Yeah, I have a little bit of a Tootsie Pop roll or two that I twirl in the air their way. And then I call it tough love. Okay, so, whoa, Libra. Yeah, for a number, you may be a cross watcher. You're like, my boss is Libra. They're being a little bossy. They're setting up no boundaries when it comes to work, but when it comes to the payday question, we got some boundaries. So, yeah, I think it's time to take the clock and hold it up a little higher. Make sure that they realize how far, I'm hearing, into the night I've actually been working, and to tell them that I'm more than just a thesis interpreter. Whoa. So I don't know, for no reason, this is related to the, no judgment, not laughing at anyone here, but maybe someone feels like, they're like, this is related to education, academics, or like, I am really, really annoyed. I'm hearing this specifically. I am really also underpaid. I'm hearing as an understudy. I'm hearing for the theology professor. I'm hearing he is a little prick. He is also painting a portrait of himself with all of our pain. And he's also not perfect at painting. So everything just makes me itch. It makes me crave also different flavors of Funyuns that I didn't even know exists. I'm hearing I am not at my prime. I'm hearing I'm unhappy. I feel like I am actually not really leading my potential out. So maybe someone feels like they're actually, it's affecting like even their diet, like they're starting to eat things, like they're stress eating, and they're not really eating like great quality things, because there's a lot of like tension here when it comes to talking about their needs. Okay, what's that about? So somebody actually has certain needs. They're like, listen, I need a garden salad every now and then. I'm not gonna survive on chips, you know, snacks, and you know, maybe they're wondering this is like a camp or some foundation. Libra. I'm seeing some guy running like a banshee through this alley. I swear. I wish I could show you. But I would have to stop the reading. Okay, so in the video and turn around. So, and this other guy is like looking at this other guy. He's like, where are you going? And now he's waving his arms. I don't know what. They look like they work in hospitality. I don't know what that means. They're all wearing all black. For a number of you, someone's getting like paid work under the radar, and so they're like underpaying someone, and that ain't cool. So maybe they were like, well, I'm hearing, listen, we were gonna call it a paid position, but surf's up. I'm hearing, yo, and we gotta make plans that accommodate the pressure of the waves. For a number of you, someone's making excuses when it comes to their industry. They're like, listen, chaps, and cheerleaders. We really love your support. We freaking appreciate all of your flirting that you do. I'm hearing with our finest professors as well at Wales. I'm hearing Wales University Kingdom. I don't know what those only do. It could be metaphorical, take it as well. For a number of you, this is related to like work in some kind of zoo. Hold on, I'm hearing Transylvania. Let's clear that. Someone's like, yeah, anyways. So we've been training chimpanzees. I'm hearing monkeys as well. And we want everyone to feel like they're chewing on a big enough piece of bazooka bubblegum to feel satisfied. What the heck? Okay. So they're underpaid. They're underfed. They're freaking tired. They feel worn out. At the end of the day, though, the worst of all is that they don't feel like they're being accommodated. Now, you know, you gotta meet everyone where they're at, right? At a certain point in time. Otherwise, what the fuck is the point of your financial story? To cheat out your family. I'm hearing your financial backbone, which really is actually like your workers, right? So in other words, and are they really your workers? So in other words, it's like if you're actually launching a company and the sustenance of it is based on the slack that others actually feel they grieve over. What the fuck is that about, Libra? I just gotta say it in that way. Excuse me, pardon my French. Doesn't really matter what language, right? It's in, at the end of the day, if also your followers are freaking pissed. Like, they feel like they're cheated out of something here, perhaps, for a number of you, and or there's some friction here going on at the company, perhaps, that you work at or you lead out, and it might not actually be your so-called fault. What is fault? Take it as you will. But maybe someone feels like, oh man, you know, I feel like they're falling off of the radar. Like maybe there are like some families in the charity fund organization as well that they feel like they're not getting their pension. I'm hearing that as well. I don't know what that's what I'm hearing. There's something that is like they're raising a concern or two. Like some people are not feeling like something's fair as well. Like maybe they feel like some people are getting more fair treatment than others. And anyhow, for a number of you, Libra, I'm hearing Scorpio as well. Financially, though, at the end of the day, something actually doesn't make sense. And it actually doesn't fit the bill. It actually doesn't really cut it. And we just got to be honest with that. Maybe for a number of you, someone feels like the work they're putting in is just not making sense in a relation, perhaps, as they feel it, to what it is that they've earned. So for a number of you... Someone is also learning about their worth through these sort of experiences of feeling not accommodated for what they create. When it really comes down to their creative ability. So in other words, it's like, well, I have been maybe like undercharging. This could be you, Libra, for a number of you, or someone with themselves. Like, it's like they've been undercharging for their creative talents, and maybe it gets to the point where they're like, well, why would I do that? Why would I undersell? Why would I shortchange myself, my own gifts? And so for another, somebody's rescaling, they're redefining what they consider to be the value of also their share. Now, for a number of you, someone definitely works for a company and they feel like, no, 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 I'm sorry. I was left out in the cold. You didn't even pay for my Uber ride home. No, I'm hearing that's not only irresponsible, that's really rude. And if you're not going to actually set an example by reaching us where we need to be met when it comes down to our chief principal needs, I'm hearing that as well, and our chief values, we're not going to be holding, I'm hearing, the vacation site up anymore. For me, this is hospitality. Somebody works at a hotel even. Oh, no, no. I'm hearing hotel, no tell, no more. If you're going to be also changing our wages like that based on the summer months, the winter months, like, oh, because it's summer now, suddenly we cannot, like, work with our children on their home projects. Like, somebody's, like, getting freaking underpaid and it's affecting their personal life. And they're actually going to start some kind of campaign here for this. Good for them, okay, for not wanting to get cheated on by their supposed, I'm hearing, chosen allies. I don't know what that's alluding to. Let's clear that. Libra. I'm hearing Libra. Now, for a number of you, you want to even pass a bill. You want to change a bill. You feel like something's not right. You feel like perhaps it's not you that's getting cheated out of a space, but it is a number of people. And you realize what's going on there, and you want to do something about it. For a number of you, it has to do with the environment. For a number of you, someone actually works in some sort of, like, I'm hearing it's a prairie land. It's a field. There are a lot of different, I'm hearing furry creatures, like, and someone does not like the way that things go once things get rough. I don't know what that's alluding to, but anyhow, let's change the subject. Somebody actually, they want to reveal something even, and it might be a little controversial. They're like, well, I know what goes into the back end of this company, and has no back end to it. It has no backbone to it, really. There are no really values here, and I do not feel like I can support an industry that has no ethics. So somebody's about to actually, like, let the rug out. I'm hearing from under everyone's belly. Like, I'm seeing people laying on a rug and their bellies are, like, on the rug. Now, I'm seeing a Porsche go by right here. For a number of you, you feel, or somebody feels like a whole industry even, okay, is making a ton of money off of slavery. I have to say it in this way, like, truly, like, there are people working, I'm hearing, in close to be what is kind of like a concentration camp, and it is called a factory, but it's fucked. It's fucked up. And someone, and actually a group of people, they are not about to call it out just because of their own families, but because of the family that they have actually recognized themselves as, I'm hearing, in that space, to coincide with their differences through. So there are a number of people who are actually about to even boycott, to backlash. I'm not sure what that's alluding to, but somebody's about to take the story also to the press. I'm hearing to the TV directly, television station directly, and talk about it with Ted Warner. Wow, himself. 4 cups leading out with a tower. Now, for a number of you, I'm hearing, listen, Mr. and Mrs. Magistrate, I'm hearing McGee. I'm hearing you're really great. I'm hearing at the whole mix up here. I don't know what you're thinking, but we have thought a lot about this, and we use the two-thumb rule. If we have enough property to also accommodate people in, we will reckon our chances and accommodate them. So someone else is like, no. I'm hearing humans, I'm hearing, and animals alike, they have needs. They have to be addressed. If they are not, I'm hearing, we will call them dust under the rug. Do you acknowledge, I'm hearing, that also dust must be cleaned? Well, let's bring it out and start to represent it. So for a number of you, it's like something was actually, they're like, oh, they don't need. Okay, I'm even seeing that this might be happening in a homeless shelter. I'm hearing this for a number of you. It's like, this is something, okay, that I'm hearing can be called close to hell. I know a lot of followers here may not actually, they may not actually have a hand, I'm hearing, on the situation here. I don't know, directly. Maybe this is something that indirectly you also hear of. For a number of you, it's like maybe you read an article or you learn of something, you're like, holy shit, that's happening. People, I'm hearing people in places. I'm hearing under the dirt. I'm hearing they are the ones, I'm hearing, also designing the so-called couture. I'm hearing this is the conversation that's happening. I'm hearing when these so-called creations, I'm hearing, are carved out into these slabs of wood. I'm hearing, I'm sorry, the only thing I'm engraving, I'm hearing, are my initials on that ballot to make sure that that bill doesn't get passed. I don't know what this is alluding to for Libra, but someone's freaking, they're heated. This is something that they want to commission. I'm hearing they want to challenge. They want to even resign from the space of working in, okay? And it could be an industry that they've worked in for so long, and then suddenly they realize, like, what? All of the baboons in the park are being, like, I'm hearing butchered. I don't know what, God forbid, hopefully not. But someone realizes, they're like, no way. I'm hearing they can't just, like, paint over that. That's painting over pain. No, I'm hearing that specifically, like, somebody feels like something about even the beaver pelts. I don't know what that was looking with the Tower and the Four of Cups. Somebody feels like, no, I'm hearing this is hurting also. This is hurting the home, okay, of the hope of these people. I'm hearing for a number of you. Also of this nature reservoir. I'm hearing these animals, like, for a number of you, there's something that is perhaps even being taken down, is destructed. For a number of you, this is a space of leadership that you feel is, like, only appropriate to promote. For a number of you, might be actually, like, you might be in the service industry. I'm hearing that as well, and you're very well aware that this actually goes on. For another number of you, this is something that I'm hearing, hello. I'm hearing, hello. Welcome to the Fortune 500 companies that finance your so-called future, the one that rides on the backs of I'm hearing I'm hearing the bellowing wails. I'm hearing of women and their children. I don't know what that's alluding to. Holy moly, Libra. A lot of pressure on the heart chakra. Let's clear that. Tower leading out with the Four of Cups. Now, somebody wants to expose some kind of industry here. And, I'm hearing their comfy clothing will feel suddenly like it's not comfy anymore. Okay? I'm hearing a deep exhalation will accompany the inhalation as well. We need to reveal this as someone may feel it. Now, for a number of you, this came through strong in the Scorpio reading. For a number of you, it's a class action lawsuit, actually. And I'm hearing the problem is that the faces on, I'm hearing the ballot don't match the names. I don't know what that's alluding to. Take it as you will. For a number of the stock market is involved, and there is a tricky trade there that is to ensue. Now, for a number of you, I'm hearing someone has traveled long and far to reach this land to be able to live the story through. Somebody escaped this space and is about to tell the story of what the hell goes on there. Somebody has actually revealed, hold on, the real name as well of someone who was involved in this space. So it might not be like also something that they're directly involved in. Maybe for a number of you, it's a matter of representation. So let's backtrack. Now, Leo, I'm hearing strongly Capricorn. So it feels like there is no point in creating if creation is at the merging. I'm hearing the merging stick of honest and I'm hearing of honest and not. Like, it's either honest or it's not. Like, somebody's like, there's no middle ground. Somebody perhaps does not even want to manufacture any product that does not define either clearly yes or no. I'm hearing also GMO. So for a number of you, it's something that somebody has actually given up on completely. They're like, there's no way we're going to have companies that will not provide this information to eventually provide it. So if they cannot, we will not be commissioning work with them. Now, for a number of you, yes, it has to do with the environment. For another number of you, it has to do with, I'm hearing lives. Actually, okay, it has to do with livelihood, okay? I'm hearing the perpetrators, I don't know what that's like, the Four of Cups, the Tower, like, even maybe 4 people, they left some company even, or some space for no reason. This is to do jewelry or something that was like, even like, I'm seeing hammered, like, hammered vases. I'm hearing V. Anyways, and it's like, it has to do with a vacation spot though as well. Like it's a really famous place. I'm hearing Orange, Valencia. I'm hearing, is that in Spain? Anyways, let's clear that. Now, for a number of you, Libra, excuse me, my nose is like, okay, someone's livid. Someone is like they're emotional, but they're also, I'm hearing I'm hearing time's up. They are a ticking time bomb. They're so pissed. This is for number, like when they hear of this, whatever is going on here, they realize like, for no reason, this is actually a test that was taken. Now, let's backtrack. Libra, Scorpio, I'm hearing Capricorn. I'm hearing it's gotta be a corny joke. There's no way this is actually happening. Like someone, they feel like maybe this was like misrepresented but they really look into it and they see there's no way. I'm hearing the way that it was written and even read about. There are references. There are definitely roles and responsibilities that were reflected in action. Now, let's backtrack. For a number of you, someone cross-checked something and they realized that even financially something didn't make sense and they were able to classify it according to that. Now, for a number of you, Libra, you love what you do, but it's not enough for you to leave the story of others. I'm hearing in pain, I'm hearing and behind. Now, I'm not sure what those alluding to. 48, right on the clock there. That comes down to 12, comes down to 3, comes down to 6. It's compassion in the service industry. I'm hearing this specifically, Libra. It's like, you know, if you think about even like these shows, like, or, you know, behind the scenes of like, you know, chefs making restaurants what they are. I'm hearing that as well. Like, someone realized like, there's a lot of pain that is misdiagnosed as passion. I'm hearing that as well. Like, someone's like, is that person falling over? I mean, also like, what is in their mouth? Like, why are they so fidgety? I'm hearing as well. So someone maybe walks into, they're like, everyone's nervous here. This is not good. Like, someone's like chewing on something. They're like chewing on like something like toilet paper. I don't know what this is not normal. I'm hearing that they're looking at the space and they're like, this is not okay. For no reason, they walk into an animal shelter even, and these dogs are like, I'm hearing they're dusting the floor with their tail. I don't know what. Hopefully not. Libra. But somebody here is, I'm hearing it's awful. I just have to be honest. Okay, they take a ruler. I'm hearing they take a stick to the room that they find these animals in. I'm hearing as well. And they realize that there's not really room. I'm hearing at all. It's like I'm hearing the yardstick cannot even fit. Okay, so let's clear that, Libra. I'm hearing, but somebody realizes that the laws and the rules in this industry also are not. I'm hearing levels that are at all something that can actually be even called. I'm hearing something that's regulated. Like, someone maybe looks into space, they're like, if anyone who actually wrote, let's say, these laws, so-called laws, walked into that space and was like, let me see if this is realistic, it was absolutely like complete, like, if that person said that it was realistic, I'm hearing they must have read the numbers wrong. Like, even if it was their own research. I don't know what, like, it's like there's no way. And maybe so for it's like even something was commissioned or passed or signed off on and like that person didn't actually read the freaking proposal. They didn't even look to see what the number was. Even on that rule, that the guideline, the book, like they did not. They would just signed it off. I'm hearing lobbyists as well. I don't know. Take it as you will. No judgment. I'm not saying anything. But anywho, Libra, there's a lot of emotion here involved. And we're not going to call a cage comfortable, okay? Let's get it to that point. At least to admit that nobody wants to roam around in a space that doesn't feel free as well. Okay, we were born, I'm hearing, of the land. I'm hearing we're children of the earth. Okay, no one sets guidelines, right, for our greatness, I'm hearing as well. And That includes, I'm hearing Mother Nature herself. Even she realizes that she surrenders to the cycles of life, right? So nature is naturally cyclical and it transforms. So letting nature do what it needs to do is, as you know, some may feel at this point like it is absolutely important. And so someone feels like nature is being restricted, lives are being lived in inhumane ways. I'm hearing in companies that have no ethic at all. I'm hearing no culture. The company isn't really even run by a proper, I'm hearing, administration. It's kind of just like a legal handbook, and it's kind of left to its own fucking device. And it is spelled, I'm hearing, as I'm hearing the so-called Bill of Rights. I don't know what. Holy shit, Libra, what's going on? Seven of Pentacles coming through, mirroring the Justice card. The Seven of Pentacles just split from the Justice card, and the Ten of Cups. Something's being completely overturned here, like flipped upside down, inside out. I'm seeing someone barges into a space, and they start turning over bins. They're like, whose belongings are these? I'm hearing, what in the absolute, for number, I'm hearing teachers, like there's some foundation, and like no one's teaching jack shit. I'm hearing, but the rabbit on the screen who runs in circles. I'm hearing in the computerized program monitor, okay, that makes promises. I'm hearing that cannot. I'm hearing that they cannot keep. I'm hearing, even if sustained by the world's most powerful electric horse. I don't know what the heck that's alluding to, but for a number of you, this is something that is like it's a virtual space. It's not actually practical. It's not realistic. Maybe someone actually, like, it's a virtual company, and like it's sustained by, it's like, I'm always seeing like click farms or like something like that. Like it's sustained by unrealistic also measures, and there's a lot of money that's being funneled into the space, but it's not actually real. I'm hearing that as well. Here comes Scorpio mirroring the Hierophant. Somebody signed off on this. Oh boy. Someone signed off on this, and it's like, yeah, all the money for the campaign would go to this. La 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 la. Are you ready to see leadership? I'm hearing lose itself. I'm hearing lose its own license. Okay, the death card in the, I don't know what's only to Scorpio. I'm hearing Scorpio. Now, maybe someone even said like, oh yeah, that's fine. They like literally signed off on something. They're like, that's just fine. That's fine. No problem. And like, maybe even it was an application, they approved of something, they sent something through, they let something pass. Again, I'm hearing that, like, they let something also go in order to like better accommodate something else, and it totally took, I'm hearing, planned out of parenthood as well. I don't know what that's alluding to. Justice upright, Death card upright, Nine of Swords upright, with the Ace of Swords leading into the Hierophant. Something's being also dug up. There will be, I'm hearing jurisdiction here. It will be something that is drawn out for quite some time. It may be 7 years. I'm hearing 7 months, perhaps for a number of you, 7 days, 7 weeks, 7 hours, 7 minutes. I'm hearing as well, for a number of you, you've got something that you are steering. I'm seeing someone like furiously writing an email, a letter. They're like, dear, I'm hearing also, I'm hearing commissioner of the plantain. I'm hearing plantain. I don't know what this link. They're like, we are not going to let, okay, sunshine and rainbows reflect. I'm hearing radiation. I'm hearing as well. So somebody, if they feel like some community is at the mercy of some kind of like radioactive farming, they're like, oh, no. I'm hearing, we're not going to let, okay, I'm hearing letter R. I'm hearing roving eyes, okay? Release principles. Now, for number, there's a history here that even someone feels like is absolutely necessary to like really reveal. It's like the history of this land and the way we used it in the past was not like this. We did not abuse. I'm hearing also the community that helped create whatever the space was, and there's a lot of like history here that someone feels like actually was an enriching part of the letter that was written. I'm hearing to the I'm hearing to the to the directors. I'm hearing direct to the direct correspondence as well. Like, anyway, so now, and there's something of even an attitude as it relates to, like, something was even misconstrued, like, I don't know what that's about, but they, like, whatever was put into the space, like, somehow call the shots in a way that, like, wasn't intended by the original. Also, like, I'm hearing storekeeper. I'm hearing that for a number of you, but also, like, foundation, I'm hearing party. I'm hearing partridge. I don't know what that's about. Okay. We're leading into the third week, Libra. Okay. Dawn of Cups in reverse. We have as well 2 cards upside down. It's a moon and the 6 of Pentacles. Something's being investigated, no question. They are actually, they're leading teams through this property. I'm hearing this land. They are finding a hell of a lot there at the start. They're actually guided. They may actually be working with an expert in this field. I'm hearing paleo. I'm hearing that specifically. I'm hearing peaches. The hangman in reverse with the star upright. Someone's definitely guided through this. They maybe even actually be working with a stage actor. Okay, 6 of Wands upright. They're testing something out. They want to see if something really responds, if it bites, if it reacts, and they're going to resist or replace. I'm hearing the taser with the shoe hole. I don't know what that's about. I'm hearing with the golden leaf pretty soon. Like, I'm seeing someone's, like, they're feeding someone into some, even like some trap. They're like, let's see, like, let's get him to, like, you know, bite or jump. I'm hearing at the jambon. So isn't that jambon is, like, in French, it's like a pig thigh, isn't it? It's like, I don't know. So anyways, for a number of you, I'm hearing that's sick. Like, somebody's, like, they may be metaphorical. They're like, I want to see if, like, they're gonna talk money. Like, I'm seeing somebody who maybe even is in hiding and they are resisting, or they're reflecting something. They're reflecting someone's image. Like, someone's, like, they're shining a light and this person's, like, reflecting about, I don't know what. Let's clear that. And it's like, let's see what language gets them talking. I'm hearing as well 9 of Pentacles. There we go. Someone's got some kind of bail here. They're like, listen, do you want more? I'm hearing gold. I'm hearing gold, cash. I'm hearing money. I'm hearing superstars, pawn stars. Like, this person, whoever this is, it could be a team of investigators who literally, I'm hearing, they bust into, I'm hearing the letter B. I'm hearing Bolivia's finest. I'm hearing liquor. Hold on. Whew, let's clear this. Liquorland. What's that? I'm hearing they're like, we're gonna strip this whole place down. I'm hearing we're gonna strip. Hold on. I'm hearing the lights from the I'm hearing the pride of the kingdom. What's that about? The king? Hold on. They're gonna, like, dethrone someone. Hold on. Let's clear this. They're like, we are literally, there's a whole group of people. They're super pissed. It could be a community even. They're like, we're paying all of our taxes. It's going towards the munchies of these monsters. What? Okay, they're super pissed. Anyways, let's backtrack. Let's clear that. I'm here. Look back, but don't look long enough to watch the dust. I'm hearing fly up in the air. I'm hearing at that point, I'm hearing you're too far gone, and there's no point. I'm hearing in trying to follow that thread back. Okay, I don't know, Libra, let's clear that, baby. Come on. I don't know who's involved here, what's going on with the investigation or what, but there's a lot of also land involved, a lot of property. Someone's, like, blowing something. They're like, this is not the way that, also, like, bread turns, you know, I'm hearing the kingdom to dust. I don't know what. It's like someone's like, over what? They destroyed this whole company over like, I'm hearing the charity of, like, food stamps. Are you kidding me? I'm hearing that specifically. Someone is so pissed. They cannot they cannot appreciate, okay, humanity's gesture at this point in time. They cannot, and they will not live to see that this is the way that I'm hearing love can be. I'm hearing called, okay, a rendition. I'm hearing piece of art. Like, I'm hearing fine art. No, somebody has actually, like, they feel like something so sacred has been completely, I'm hearing, turned upside down and turned into something that is, like, not actually as intended. Let's, like, clear that Libra right now. Somebody, I'm saying, I'm hearing bamboozle. Like, they rush into some, like, even camp, and they clear everything out. They clear everyone out. They let everyone out of the cages, I'm hearing as well. Holy shit. There are people, I'm hearing, are, like, pooping everywhere. I don't know, Libra was alluding to, but people are, like, I'm hearing, they're, like, plastic? What the fuck, Libra? Oh my god. I'm hearing the kids don't know how to play with toys. I'm hearing they have no passion left. I'm hearing truly in their eyes. They have to let go of pain. It's the only thing they have at this point. They just have to let go of it. Holy moly, Libra. I don't know what is being brought out at this point, but it's a long line also of lives that have been sacrificed to bring light to whatever this is. I'm hearing I'm seeing somebody in. Hopefully it's, I'm going to preface this reading in the beginning of it to warn, okay, of this, but for a number of you, I'm seeing somebody who's, like, running from a space that is actually set ablaze, and for a number of you, I'm hearing that this is actually, like, it's a concentrated space. I'm hearing it's, like, even, like, sort of like camp. I don't know what that's alluding to, but there are a number of people here who plan this, unfortunately, but maybe this is actually intentional. I'm not sure exactly what is at play, or rather serious here, that needs to be taken. I'm hearing in that way, like, maybe there have been a number of people who actually have been, like, playing around with something real serious, and it's turning into a real hazard. And for a number of you, I'm seeing that somebody has found also the police in time to be able to dance around the space that would have been, I'm hearing, the penultimate moment of not only this penthouse, but the entire property. I don't know what that's alluding to, but something was actually about to, like, completely give in and, like, collapse. And, like, I don't know, they were able to get, like, some of the grave items out. This might even be, like, some historical landmark, like a site. And they realize that not everyone, okay, was also in a place, I'm hearing they weren't, like, fit for this type of I'm hearing fluid. I'm seeing, like, something like gaslight, like, they set something on it. I don't know, Libra, oh my goodness. I'm hearing it has to do with farming. I don't know what that's about. It's even like a factory or something that just it freaking like it falls upon itself. Like, I'm hearing, oh my goodness. The worst part is that it almost like, it looks like a natural disaster. I'm hearing that as well. But knowing that it was actually a financial formula that caused that is the most devastating part of the level that the discussion and actually the dynamic I'm hearing of this space reaches. I'm hearing it in this way, Libra, like something completely collapsed. And I'm not sure if this could be different for a number of you, but something, it bottomed out. I'm hearing it totally, like, it left like a huge hole. It's like a freaking crater. Hopefully not, but something like, it's actually like a meteor. I'm hearing that with a star. Like, I'm seeing something like even falls from the sky, and it just like, I don't know what that's alluding to, but I'm hearing it's like a fascination for like a fine second. I'm hearing that specifically, and it just completely, I'm hearing it, then it just blows up. I don't know what that's alluding to, Libra. The Temperance card mirroring the star, but it has to do with gasoline. I'm hearing specifically, I'm hearing gas that's trapped. I'm hearing that specifically. I don't know what that's alluding to. You got the Eight of Wands in reverse, the Hangman in reverse, Temperance and the Star. There's something that it's like kind of predictable, but then it's like not. What's that? Like somebody maybe even like, they showed up somewhere and like, it has to do with pride even. It's like cultural, like this is something even cultural. Like I'm seeing someone waving a flag. I'm seeing that with the Temperance card and the Two of Swords. Anyways, I'm hearing, yeah, no, this was in Germany. I'm hearing this is actually like in another life. This is for a number of you. I'm not sure what that's like. Let's clear that. I'm hearing I wasn't supposed to know that, and then I found out. So maybe for a number of you, there was something maybe even that you didn't know. This is for a number of you, like your family was involved, and hopefully not, but maybe even like historically, you realize that something was replaced with something else. You're like, wait, so that's not really like how also like we became so rich. I'm hearing that as well. Like, what? And it completely shatters someone's paradigm of like their parents. I'm hearing their whole personality as well that they created. I'm hearing their whole past. I'm hearing has no place. I'm hearing in the future suddenly, because it's not actually the appropriate, I'm hearing, image for the classroom as well. And maybe for a number of you, like something becomes clear, even maybe someone has an epiphany. It can be metaphorical. Something shatters though, and it shows someone also perhaps the true nature, the true colors of, I'm hearing someone's culture. I'm hearing company with the Tempest card. For a number of you, somebody feels like something was revealed, and it is even related to like some ideological space, some space, it's like an ideology space where maybe some sort of like, there was a group that kind of like, I'm hearing they represented or they recreated some sort of image here, okay? One right there, and it's like they claim certain things as well, and maybe at a certain point they were like, hold on a second, so like they are actually reprinting the magazine that made I'm hearing like murder, I'm hearing money, like I don't know what that's alluding to, but someone was like, they felt like they read about something and it like it transformed the way that they could ever appreciate the culture, perhaps even in some way. And maybe there's somebody like reading through history here. I'm hearing a line by line, they're fervently captivated. I'm hearing that with with the love story, if we can call it that. I don't know what that's like. I'm even seeing somebody who like I'm hearing they were hold on. They were departed. They had a departed twin. What's that about? Son of Cups in reverse, Father Cups upright. They were disconnected from someone even at birth. It may be by way of war, hopefully not. What is considered war, take it as you will. Somebody though felt like it could be on a psychological level. I'm not sure what those linked to. 120, 112, 21 there on the clock. Somebody, I'm hearing when they were 12, they actually had to like flee some nation, some land, and kind of like recreate their life. And so in some way, maybe someone felt like it wasn't even realistic. They're like, there's no way that this could really happen and like really be appreciated. I'm hearing after that, like maybe someone feels like it's even like maybe someone they settled, or they have some land that they kind of like call their own, and then when these people like learn about the history of that property, they're like, wait a second. So I'm hearing Papa, I'm hearing Grandpa, I'm hearing he pistoled, I'm hearing all of the French people, I'm hearing in the line like that. What? Okay, so somebody is learning, perhaps even about, I'm hearing some kind of like grave secret. I'm hearing of their like, I'm hearing their whole I'm hearing it's about the settlement. I'm hearing their whole transformation as well. I'm hearing of how they're I'm hearing dads and their moms met each other. I'm hearing as well. Like they're like, you're kidding me. I'm hearing that's literally how also like this was all created. Okay, so someone is about to I'm hearing the punch out of the bowl real soon. I'm hearing that the Empress upright and the Eight of Cups in reverse, they're not gonna really want to entertain cheap thrills, if you know what I mean. Three of Cups upright, Father of Wands upright, and it could be in the way of someone realizing that, you know, heart is where the home is. It's not just where the home is built. And if there's no heart in the home, you know, we haven't found it. So for a number of you, well, not only that, but we also hope that it won't be called that. Somebody is actually about to, again, reveal something, perhaps even in a public way. Holy moly, I'm seeing like energy. Someone's like maybe even feeling like it could really set off some sort of, it could reignite even some sort of like family. I'm hearing family. I'm hearing twin flame. Six of Cups, Seven of Wands, the Chariot, the Devil. It's like him, the Tower mirroring the Devil with the Seven of Cups. Like they're like, yeah, I'm hearing dancing with a stranger. Like, but you know what? Let's not pretend we're strangers, okay? We have the same parents, and if this is the way that they plan this, I mean, for everything to be kind of like property that either we own or we don't own, like, I'm not getting the punchline here, and I'm not going to promote it if someone does claim that this is the way that you know, it was written out. It's weird. I'm almost seeing like someone who feels like something was even like classified in a way, like there's some contract. Someone's like, sorry, nope. Let's jump into the three stacks here. I'm hearing ping pong. Like they were even like, maybe someone wrote out a contract and it was not for sale, also for the right reasons. I'm hearing that as well. Like maybe someone had a property and they're like, it's because my Aunt Germaine lived here because of all of the distracting news. What the hell is that, Libra? I don't know what that's about, but maybe somebody felt like they it's weird. I'm actually seeing the tissue here that I've been like crying through for a number of readings now. A lot of real emotional readings here coming through from March. We are moving through Mercury retrograde in Pisces, and the sun is in Pisces. Anyhow, and it is shaped just like a dove. It's like a swan. I don't know what that's alluding to. Maybe for you it's like a property even, and like someone was like, I had like memories on that land, like for real, like grandpa really, like, he had like slaves. I'm hearing had women who were like bound up. I'm hearing like tied to chickens. I'm hearing workhorses. I don't know, God forbid. It's like, that's not a way, okay, that, you know, like, people ought to be treated. And maybe this is even like a child, or like some, well, what is considered a child? It's like somebody's inner child, like, completely, like, they're like, I will completely resurrect. I'm hearing the voices of all of these people. And even if it means, like, you know, trying to find them once again, I'm hearing translating them. I'm hearing distinguishing them from the cries of, I'm hearing the legal wishes, I'm hearing, that were made during the writing of that contract. Oh my, for you, Libra, you're going up a big, I'm hearing a big white shark in the ocean. Just be aware of that. I'm hearing that as well. I mean, you are aware, you must be at this point. Perhaps it is your own white lie at a certain point as well. I don't know what that's only to. Maybe you're like, well, I'm gonna give up like my whole charity if this is what happens. I'm hearing behind the so-called stage, I'm hearing as well. So anyways, let's clear that. But for a number of you, you're like literally willing to release even like some kind of news that you understand very well, you know very well, Libra, will potentially cause. I'm hearing an absolute upcry. I'm hearing uproar. I'm hearing revolution of the so-called reality. But if that is the case, at the end of the day, what is real? Be it, you know, the recognition of what's real, right? That in itself is real. Like, if people are saddened also by this, I'm hearing this content, right? It's like that they receive some letter about. I'm hearing in the mail, in the news that they read about. It's like, well, maybe that's something that will also reshape the ways of the children that choose to rewrite those stories. So for a number of you, you want to set an example. For another number of you, though, again, it's like, well, they need to realize that this was really not right. And if we sit on this podium and scream from the top of our lungs that stories are simple, okay, then they're not. I'm hearing, and if we sit here and we say today, right, we talk about how, you know, things evolve without addressing like the past that went into that, I'm hearing, who are we to even speak on behalf of that space? I'm hearing, who are we to represent? I'm hearing ourselves on that stage to begin with, right? So for a number of you, it's almost like maybe someone even, they're even like captioning some, well, no, they're recreating, even relaying, it's storytelling, or they're like somehow creating an image for the history here of some space, and they want it to be absolutely 150%, I'm hearing, graphically accurate. They do not want, I'm hearing, to buzz anything out. They do not want to shave off. I'm hearing certain shards of glass, if we can say it in that way, to make them seem less like razors. I'm hearing in the room also in which reality, I'm hearing, was actually revealed. Well, I don't know, hold on. It's like, how do we come to realize this? Oh, this was how. So let's clear that, let's backtrack. For a review, it's like something was actually kept a secret, or even like it was it was like resisted, or like it was replaced with something else. And it's like, no, I'm hearing, yeah, why was it that they had those, again, like razor bumps like that? No, it wasn't because they were like writing on each other's skin like that. I'm hearing as well, I don't know, I'm seeing someone like with bumps. It's like, no, that was because they I'm hearing they raised the glass. I'm hearing to each other. Okay, let it. Okay, so for a number of you, Libra, I'm hearing, no. I'm hearing, if that's what really happened, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. For a number, Libra, somebody is representing something. It is graphic. I'm not kidding you here. For a number of you, Libra, somebody, they know that they're also responsible for what happens after that point. They're like, it's graphic, but that's what happened. So I need to be responsible in the way that I depict it. Now, for a number of you, I'm hearing true colors, and that's why I love you. Somebody feels like if they, even like come to stand to represent the space, they find that they don't love what it is just for the sake of what it is. They love it for, wow, I'm seeing like a dove flying in the air. They see it. For the, for the letter, I'm hearing that lives on in relation to it. To say it in this way, somebody wants to reveal the honest truth, even if somehow it taints the image of the totem pole a little bit in terms of what went into the space. So in other words, it's like, well, if I have love for this land, right? I'm hearing, what position, right, was anyone in? I'm hearing on it, and I want to reveal that, but let's clear that. So somebody actually okay, they're getting into complicated territory. This is for a number of you, because there is a historical side to this, perhaps. They realize that there's history, and that history evolves, and it has a heaven and a hell. I'm hearing of a story to it. It's not as plain. I'm hearing as Jane made it out to be. I'm hearing Goodall. I don't know what that was like. There's something that someone feels like, it's no judgment. I'm not saying anything. I don't know what's coming through here. Leo, Scorpio. But there's something that someone feels like they need to comment on this, and it could be, I'm seeing someone even like, again, they're like, well, I love this, like, maybe even like this culture, let's say, but they've realized that something has been sort of carried out in a way that was like unrealistic, and they're like, that really, like, that was not the description that also was the point. So I'm not gonna pretend like it's property if it's not owned also by the right people. I don't know whether, so somebody's like perhaps even about to like even just like give something away, like to a talent show. They're like, let's just have these kids like, or so I don't, this is not for everyone, but okay, let's pull the stacks. Leo, I said Leo, Libra. I'm hearing ha 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 ha, staying alive, staying alive. I'm hearing that with the Mother's Swords and the Father of Cups in the first stack. Second stack. In the third stack, I'm hearing lo and behold. Lo and behold. Okay. First stack here. Mother Swords upright. Father Cups. I'm hearing Tower. Is a Tower moment. I'm hearing it's tissue paper. I'm hearing on the reel. And somebody, perhaps, they've been like working on something. Maybe they're like even a historian. They've been like researching, reviewing content also for some sort of like proposition or campaign. For a number of you, I'm hearing it's GoFundMe. It's related to a GoFundMe campaign. Now, the number 26 might be a focus. 126 here on the clock, and right there 26. So this happened again in the earlier part of reading where I looked at the clock. It was like focus on one number, and then it doubled that number. So for a number of you, it doubled that number. For a number of you, working on something with someone else, and it's like the timing is uncanny. Okay, like you present something, and then this person comes through and like it just kind of like naturally backs up your claim in some way, or like your content. For a number of you, maybe you're even well, I'm seeing that it's serendipitous. It's almost like, wait, that's perfect. They literally said the same thing at the same time. Are you for real? I'm hearing that's so good. I'm hearing that as well. So maybe for a number of you, even maybe you reveal something and it's at like a time where there's something that just, it represents also, I'm hearing your good-hearted nature, like at the right time. I don't know what was alluding to, Libra. Anyhow, now maybe someone like calls someone out also at the right time. Maybe even like I'm seeing like a jurisdiction that's passed like by way of another law that was passed at a certain time. For a number of you, as you feel it, guided through this process, and it's almost as if you're like only an angel could have orchestrated that. I'm hearing that specifically, like it's like just at that time, like, are you kidding? I'm hearing I'm hearing the chimpanzee happened to open the gate like that, and like everyone rushed out. Like, how is that possible? I'm hearing that like something was totally like, it's like the lion had the key in its mouth. I'm hearing in its hand at the same time, and it kind of like made it work. I don't know what, like something also, well, let's clear that. So something actually gave in even. It was like, but at the perfect time. It was like right when, let's say, the police arrived, or it was like right when the journalists arrived, like everyone on the farm, like in some way I'm hearing planted, I don't know what that's going to, like they played sudden devil's advocate, I'm hearing as well. Like they suddenly, like they all played dead, I'm hearing as well, but it was like all at the right time to be able to test this theory out. Like, I don't know, something of the circumstance was perhaps even like maybe someone had footage, they had like camera footage of something at the right time, like they happened to be like recording something and then they caught that on film. Anyway, something like that. They happened to catch something on television, I'm hearing as well, at that time. Now, for a number of you, it has to do with Reese's Pieces. I don't know what that's alluding to. Just saw like, I'm hearing a gopher swim. What the heck? I'm seeing things like real bright appearing from almost out of nowhere. It looks like out of nowhere. Bright yellow. I'm seeing the letter F. Now let's move back here. Again, I'm seeing like a dark bird flying around here three times. Now you have the Six of Cups in reverse. Someone is actually they're raiding. Yep, they're raiding some like, even like it's like a booth. Hold on, it's like a television camp. What's that? Television camp? It's like some kind of like concentration booth. Hold on, what's that? It's like, I'm hearing it's for the brave hearts. You wouldn't understand. Like somebody like, let's clear that. It's like they're in Cameo, they're in like this walled up like world. I don't know what. I'm hearing it's called Walmart. I don't know what that's alluding to, holy moly. But someone may have like also this little feeling that something is not right perhaps in this space, and they take it upon themselves to also risk their own life and their future. I'm hearing for the forecast of this I'm hearing nation, I'm hearing community. And for a number of you, this is legal. It's a little bit stealthy in the way that someone finds a way perhaps to address whatever this concern is. They may find like a way to represent it in a way where they can. Daughter of Swords, like maybe someone is even protected under some kind of like, I'm hearing grievance act. I'm hearing like, oh, they're dead. They can't, I don't know. They're so-called dead. They're so-called dead. Okay. The door suddenly opened. What the fuck? At the right time? Yeah, they're not fucking dead, honey. Okay, I'm hearing they're on another plane. I'm hearing playing with your reality now. Okay, I'm hearing in that way. I don't know what that's alluding to, but something again. Like it was like something was released at the finest of times. Okay, and truly someone feels, they know that an earth angel, I'm hearing, had admitted this person in through the door. I'm hearing because I'm hearing they were beckoned. I'm hearing by. I'm hearing I'm hearing the letter G. God. They were. I'm here. It's like no question. It's real interesting. I'm seeing even like someone at a front gate, okay? And like this person, it's weird. I'm seeing someone like in this like soldier like they're wearing white. I don't know what that's. It's like beige. They look they look kind of stout. I am okay. Well, yeah. Okay. So, and they've got this like militant short haircut. They've got this like stout nature about them. They're on this little scooter thing. I don't know. Anyways, and I'm hearing bird. Anyways, let's backtrack. They look like the guy from Gangnam Style. I don't know what this is. Let's backtrack. Now, anyways, no judgment at all. Okay. World in reverse. Chair to right. Someone, it's in this way. I'm seeing like there's someone who is even like a so-called bouncer. Okay. They're like a guard at whatever this like also this fairy tale land is. I don't know what that's alluding to. And it's like I'm seeing the letter M and I'm seeing yellow like almost everywhere. Now, someone, they pretended to even be like a person related. I'm hearing to the Who. I'm hearing the Who, HU. I'm hearing kingdom. I'm hearing camp. Somebody in the camp, they're like, "Oh, I'm related to this person or something." Now, they would never, okay, have let them in. Also, especially like during the day. I'm hearing that as well. Like this was something that it's like you always go in, like even with a hooded cloak. I don't know. Let's clear that. Somebody here, okay, like maybe even like they didn't even challenge them. Okay, they didn't even challenge them. Spirit guides here 133 36 for a number of you, absolutely no question, no doubt. There's spiritual intervention here, okay? Like for a number of you, someone showed up, and also some like pearly gates. There's no way, okay, that any guard would have allowed anyone to move through them. In this case, I'm hearing they looked at this person, they saw the light, I'm hearing, and they let them through. That is what actually happened. I'm hearing that for a number of you. Let's clear that energy though. Okay, now I'm hearing I held the silver bullet in my freaking hand. I'm hearing the sword. I'm hearing I held it. I'm hearing high enough for them not to see it, but to I'm hearing open. I'm hearing open. I'm hearing open the way. I'm hearing by way of my light. So somebody actually, they had some sort of like even Reiki. I'm hearing they were like Reikiing some, I'm hearing like prison guard here. I don't know why that's like with a daughter or something. I don't know why that's only two. But boy, did they race through those doors. And that's where it all sort of unfolds. So for a number of you, someone actually, they really realized like there was no process that I could have been taught to make my way through this experience. And this could be something that someone's even like they're retelling the story of, maybe they survived something here, and it was just like it was as if like God wanted them to live to tell this story in this way. And it was not something that they necessarily even like recognized as a real thing. I'm hearing until they felt, I'm hearing the hand of God in that moment. Truly, I'm hearing on their back. I'm hearing requiring of them. I'm hearing to respond solely to their call. I'm hearing of revealing. I'm hearing the truth. Somebody felt that it was their mission. I'm hearing to make love. I'm hearing from the layers that they dug through to find. I'm hearing the light. I'm hearing at last. I'm hearing to shine on. I'm hearing this. I'm hearing on this cavern. I'm hearing that with the world and reverse and the mother of swords of right. So for a number of you, I'm hearing Minch. I'm hearing Miss. I'm hearing Miss, but it's like Mish. I don't know. Let's clear that. Let's backtrack. I'm hearing Frankies. Franks. I'm hearing Frankie Valley. I don't know what that's linked to, but I'm hearing they they were really in a tall position, but they weren't high enough for you to see them there. I don't know what that's alluding to. Hold on a second. Somebody was actually like, they were positioned perhaps. Let's clear that. Somebody though, I'm hearing Mish. Hello, Mish. I don't know. Let's clear that. I'm hearing Frankie's. I'm hearing Frankie Valley. I'm hearing again with the mother swords and the daughter swords. I'm hearing as well though, Mish, hold on. I'm hearing Frankfurt. Okay, let's clear that. So somebody, I'm hearing I've missed you. Anyways, so yeah, someone actually went on patrol, and then they they somehow released someone. I'm hearing that as well. But they didn't even realize it again. I'm hearing that specifically. They let someone go, but they didn't even realize they did that. And it's so, again, it was absolutely, it wasn't just meant to be in that way. They had some salt in their eye that they were taking care of. Some salt in their wound. They were like, ah! I'm hearing, where's my walkie-talkie? I can't get it to work. And then this person walks by, they're like, hey, can I get some water? I need to go talk to William in the ward. I'm hearing as well. And this person is like, yeah, whatever you need. And they let them in. It was something so weird. It was it was a split second of being off, right when they walked by them, right when they walked in. I'm hearing as well. It was a matter of even a guarded territory or gates. 6 of Cups. Now, I have the Magician with the 3 of Swords. Second stack here, Libra. Magician upright, 3 of Swords, 9 of Cups upright, and the Son of Pentacles reverse. Now, someone has a story. They want to perhaps even tell it. It has to do with the way that they do that. And it is related perhaps even to some form of creative content. Maybe someone actually wants to depict some sort of space, but in a way that is perhaps indirect. I'm hearing that as well. Maybe they're like, well, let's not paint the sort of I'm hearing the pesos on their face like that, to really call someone a slave. I'm hearing as well, I don't know what that's alluding to, no judgment, but maybe someone's I don't want to call it those things. Maybe I don't want to necessarily define it as that, where I describe someone as playing a certain role in a certain way. I don't want to, let's say, call someone a perpetrator. I'm hearing that as well, whatever it may be, or a victim. Now, but to say it in this way, someone feels it's about how we portray, also the feeling, the sensation. So somebody perhaps is at that point where they realize that everything has also I'm hearing a good angle and a bad angle to it. I don't know what that's alluding to. Sounds like some good marketing tactic or journalism play here when it comes to just, I'm hearing right. I'm hearing in terms of fishing, I'm hearing the story to focus on the parts of it that are flirty enough, but then formal enough in the way that it's addressed to bring attention. Now, maybe someone is well, to say in the way that they're well, I don't, maybe for a number of you, they're well, I don't want to come out and fish face everyone. I don't know what that's alluding to. I'm hearing kissy. Maybe someone's well, I don't want to come out and land in the newspaper on everyone's lap personally as well. Maybe this is something that I want to perhaps teach others, but by way of swimming by them, I'm hearing I'm hearing in class. Interesting. So maybe someone is well, let's teach people about this. Maybe not necessarily passing around I'm hearing good or bad news. Maybe someone feels it's the way in which it's actually revealed that really matters. So maybe for a number of you, someone wants to create some sort of content around a certain even community, principle, culture, ethic that it indirectly, brings to light or surface what the station of the news really says about that space as well. I don't know what that's alluding to. So maybe someone's well, I don't want to call them the good guys or the bad guys. That's not the point either. Maybe for a number of you. But I'd rather just have, the rope in my hand and teach children how to ride the donkey right, appropriately. I don't know what that's alluding to here with the Son of Pentacles in reverse. Maybe it's how to handle money. What does money mean? Okay, so it has to come down to ethics. I'm hearing that specifically. At no point should money override. I'm hearing the principle of one's personal story. I'm hearing as well, like, just because also someone has money doesn't mean that someone is more or less important than another. So it's like, instead of causing, I'm hearing havoc around certain communities that at the present time, in the present day, don't necessarily like lead out those lives that were led out in the past. It just, perhaps somebody feels like it's not also my responsibility to like reprimand. I'm hearing the people of the past. It's just a matter, perhaps this could be somebody who wants to take this sort of a tactic and approach on, and it could be the same sort of content, but just sort of carried out in a more perhaps even like conservative way, and or in a way that is targeted towards children. I'm hearing that as well. So it's like, we don't want it to get to the point where we're like reliving the past, okay, where history then becomes a problem of the present day again, and then we remind people of that, and then they start to like relive that space, and then they create this hatred and this pain, and it's then targeted towards these communities that, again, at the present day may not necessarily be like directly related to this, and that's just not the point. So we also don't want to have it get to the point where the parents are then promoting, I'm hearing, properties. I'm hearing like for certain people at certain times in certain ways, like, I don't know what that's alluding to. It's like they don't want to create also this economic crisis, okay, that creates animosity or mannerisms. I'm hearing a shift in attitude or behavior towards certain types of also content or community. So they don't want to like throw anyone like under the rug as well. I'm not sure whether that's something that's clear that, or like they don't want to create resistance here, but they do want to plan for, I'm hearing proper, I'm hearing accruement also of material wealth, like in a way that's responsible. So it's like, let's teach kids about what money means on a more existential level when it comes to also the community and how others collaborate in the space with what they so-called earn. So for a number of you, it has to come down to teaching. I'm hearing that education. Now, for another number of you, I'm hearing it has to do with leadership and the role that's played when it comes to offering people things, period. It's like, at a certain point, I don't want to just offer someone money because that doesn't teach them anything. I'm hearing that as well. So maybe for a number of you, it's like, what do we actually offer, right? Kids, let's say, when they carry certain projects out appropriately. I'm hearing that specifically. So working with the concept of money in the early, also teenage years, may really help foster in culture. I'm hearing the space for expansive growth that is actually, I'm hearing immobile here with the virtues of the magician. Interesting. So it's like, the magician has the power to create whatever it wants, right? Technically, everyone is a creator that can create, that can do what they wish with their abilities, being with what they create. They have the power to also surface in certain spaces at certain times with those gifts. 1:44 on the clock right there. A number of you, that let's say you're brought with certain talents, certain gifts, or that, there are certain abilities that certain, perhaps even people may have. And, at the end of the day, though, it's a matter of the story, of the why. Why do we participate in the world that we do, in participating in it, actually, and creating in it? What is it that I not only create, but what is it that I also receive in that space of creating what it is that I do as a reciprocal relationship with my community? So in other words, it's like, do we give, do we put in to then take, and then, just kind of like have it end there? I'm hearing the talk ends there. Or is it, to give, to take, to then, kind of like, I'm hearing reconnect with, I'm hearing to perhaps give back to, or to reconnect with the space in which one created from, through, and it's kind of like hold, I'm hearing a space of mentorship even there. It's like, well, what it is that I took from the space, or what it is that I received from the space, be it even a certain resource, I wish to actually tell the future of through in a way where others might be able to appreciate, right, what it is that actually also I learned from it. Interesting. So it's like, what I take, do I just own, or do I kind of like also turn into, I'm hearing a broader conversation of how it is that what I have also sort of absorbed from that space, be it related to teaching, education, whatever it may be, values, parenting, whatever it may be, certain lessons I learned, whatever it may be, let's clear that energy. How is it that I actually I surface with all of that in a way, though, that allows for integration of those concepts in a more enriching way, in also a more diverse way, and in a more I'm hearing honest way. I'm hearing when it comes to I'm hearing a transparency of intention. So once again, somebody wants to lay a foundation. They're like, the values, okay, for why someone would even create what it is they would, is the baseline of any kind of beginning here when it comes to a business, when it comes to whatever it may be. So for a number of you, you want to work perhaps with a foundation or foundation's children, companies that bring the meaning and intention, I'm hearing, of business ethics to the fore. Like, it's not cool, right, to just like create something that makes a lot of money and then, you know, kind of like manages the, I'm hearing the what is it called? The external reality? Oh, hold on. It's like the runoff of that situation. Like, let's say I'm hearing I think it's called the negative externality. It's like an economic term. It's like the negative externality of that space, later. Okay, like, we're gonna deal with the problem that whatever this created, this so-called like mountain that we made it to the top of, like, okay, like everyone that we ran over along that way, like, we're gonna deal with that later. Okay, no. So for a number of you, I'll say, but someone here, it's always right, a choice of how you choose to perceive or how it is that you make certain choices, right? But for a number of you, I'm hearing life lives in cycles. So remember that as well. Okay, I feel like I'm not, talking necessarily to you directly, but maybe that's what you want to kind of instill as factors of learning, growth, and higher teaching, I'm hearing as well, in your own study of practice. And it's like, I'm hearing again, like, it's not cool necessarily, like, to say it in this way as well. Maybe, you feel like it's just not right to just, like, feel like success and, like, making tons of money is, like, a moment, like, a single moment in my whole career. So that makes me feel like I've made it. Like, absolutely not. I'm hearing tetherball is to be played. I'm hearing as a tango. I'm hearing it's you and I, brother and sister. I'm hearing mother and daughter. I'm hearing as well. Like, I don't know what those are going to take as well. But to say that, through the whole sort of range of the way that, sort of like also different types of, I'm hearing, well, different, I'm hearing radio frequencies can be all heard, I'm hearing, as the same. So it's like, played on the same station, I'm hearing it's related to music. Yeah, someone's like, that was discriminated against in the past. Like, I don't know what that's, let's clear that in the past. Magician. I'm hearing Roberts with the Magician. Anyways, let's clear that. For a number of you with the Magician. I'm hearing as well Donna Summers. It's weird. Frankie Valli, Donna Summers here with the Magician. I'm hearing something was like not played on the station. Anyway, let's backtrack. Has to do with oldies. I'm hearing the letter T. I'm hearing in old Tinseltown. I'm hearing that Magician. I'm hearing as well Parks. Rosa Parks here with the Magician. Okay, let's clear that. For a number of you, somebody, yeah, they realize, like, look, we can't, like, glorify. I'm hearing also, like, glorious stuff on, I don't know what those link to, I'm not saying that, but, okay, it's just channeling what's coming through, like, these names coming through. Like, it's not just about being, like, famous and, like, making everyone wish that they're, like, a pop star and they're, like, on the world's, like, Fortune 500 company list, like, under 40, I'm hearing also 31, like, that's not the point, right, of, like, the fish swimming in the sea, right? It's not like, that some are brought to the surface at certain times and that is the most important thing. Like, we're all here in the ocean together, right? And we all make waves of the way in which we do, okay? So someone has maybe their time at a certain point in time, like, putting this unrealistic sense of pressure and expectation upon someone to reach a certain point or climax, even be it in their career, at a certain point in time, just for the sake of it, or to reach a certain even threshold financially, monetarily, that is, like, so unrealistic. I'm hearing again, maybe for that particular person and their personal timeline, okay, is is what breeds this space, okay, of acting out of true human nature and character to believe in what you do and why you do it, okay? So in other words, like someone's like, well, I have to be successful at this age, in this way, at this time, for these reasons, da 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 da. And it's like, well, why? Oh, because that is the way that the routine is played out. Like, right. Now, so that puts, that's maybe what has bred certain, I'm hearing also clandestine unions at certain times, like, to call out names that were not really even comfortable. Like maybe someone's like, I did things that I didn't, I don't know, let's clear that. Somebody maybe they feel like, it wasn't right. And it wasn't right, but it was justified based on certain belief systems. And does that make it right? No, but it's a matter of how we preach and teach about these principles, right? It's about the principles of the why. For what it is that also we wish to get out of the space. If the answer is just money, I'm hearing, let's wash that out. I'm hearing, let's wash that right off of also the table of conversation. Like if that is what I'm hearing, the white paper, also the newsletter is all about, let's just wipe that right off of. I'm hearing the winter white coat as well that you may be wearing. I don't know what that's alluding to. Like, I'm so sorry. I'm seeing someone like a winter coat and it's got like dollar bills all over it. I don't know what. It's like, if that is the way that also I'm hearing winter green, I'm hearing stays minty fresh in your mouth, I'm hearing for that long, like, is it real? Like, do you actually feel like it's real? I'm hearing, or is it something that, for me, this has to do with organic and whatever else? It's like, someone, again, maybe like, it's like, it was formulated with some kind of ingredient that made it something like unrealistically also perfect. And the long-term effect, I'm hearing aspartame, I don't know what this is to, but it's like, if that is actually like the way that it was created in that moment, and it actually like in the long term, if it had some sort of, again, I'm hearing negative externality that wasn't represented like up front, that's not really something that we cannot just like not raise a concern about as well. So maybe someone felt like they at least needed to have knowledge and awareness of what really goes into this product. Now, for a number of you, this has to do with something like even in toothpaste. I'm hearing that mouthwash, mouth whitening, something. Now, I was looking here at the clock a little while back, and I was seeing 1:50:55 had to do with teaching. For a number of you, you feel called to instill certain principles, like it's something that you're really passionate about. These are principles that you truly feel deeply also for. And I'm seeing like planes flying, I'm seeing flags. For a number of you, it's like, what does it mean also to I'm hearing serve your country. I'm hearing that with the magician. It's not me coming through. I'm just channeling what's coming through. For a number of you, you feel like there needs to be a change when it comes to the way that the management of also the company, I'm hearing the company, even the country, I'm hearing ethics, I'm hearing pros is addressed. And it's like, what does pride mean at the end of the day? Does it mean, one person from the next, or is it like one principle right from the next? It's like, well, I believe in XYZ, or is it just like, well, I am this person also who holds pride because I'm this person from this place? I don't know what. Let's clear that. No judgment at all. Not saying anything particular. Not necessarily saying that having pride, right, about a certain space or whatever is not right, even legally, but it's like, it could even be like so simple as a title. Like, I have this position, does that entitle me to do things that, are not really right? Like, again, like, what's the point of having even a position of power, right? I have this ability. Now, for a number of you, again, I'm seeing it comes down to education, children. For a number of you, realize, like, I want to teach kids, let's say, who have these amazing talents, to learn about the world also that they partake in. So the focus is perhaps even on community and building that sense of connection to others, right? So feeling that there is a personality and a persona that they play on more levels than just productivity and progress, and feeling that they have been promoted. I'm hearing to present themselves professionally and that they can promote. I'm hearing a certain idealism of perfection is not the point. And maybe for a number of you, someone feels like that's something I get real heated about. I feel that. I'm hearing in my bones, like someone feels like, I want to call this out. Like, I want to talk about this. And, it's like, everyone has a sense of also a sense of connection and belonging in this world. You know, no one is like not in any place, right, at any time. It's a matter of just feeling. I'm hearing the fame in a different way. I'm hearing that as well. Okay, interesting. Or the face that we present when we create what it is that we do. So for a number of you, it's actually bringing a sense, let's say, even of humanity, okay, to the otherwise radioactive elements I'm hearing, and frequencies that are associated with power, right? Doesn't mean like you shouldn't be successful. Nah, obviously not, right? I'm hearing everyone, you know, striving towards the greater good. I'm hearing the common also externality of certain situations, saying if somebody is actually hurting from the situation, I am too. Okay, so it's like there is this sort of commonplace understanding, universalism when it comes to even commenting on these spaces. Like, how can someone say that this was successful when it actually, it made, I'm hearing another person bleed? Like, I'm hearing that specifically. So for a number of you, it's like, again, it's bringing even a sense of fate. I'm hearing face to fame. It's like, you know, who am I actually, right? When I created this space, not like what have I created and then how am I who I am by way of what I created, but how is it that I lived my life creating that space truly, and what trail did that leave? I'm hearing, and lead others through. Is really important. Maybe someone feels like kids need to become more aware of their creativity as actually a community conversation, I'm hearing, and actual clarification, I'm hearing, I'm hearing I'm hearing feeling. I'm hearing that with the Magician. Yes, so there's a focus on empathy. Have the Five of Wands coming through third stack here. Libra, let's jump into it. Five of Wands upright. Eight of Wands upright. I'm hearing, I know, I was wanting to, believe me. Seven of Swords upright. Nine of Pentacles upright. I'm hearing, we are finding, I'm hearing, our sense of belonging. I'm hearing in the hood again. I don't know what that's only do. Eight of Wands upright, Nine of Pentacles. Maybe someone felt like it's been really, I'm hearing a tug of war type of situation where there were like certain types of levels I'm hearing that they felt, or someone felt like they reached in a certain even industry, and it caused them to look back, I'm hearing, at whatever the space was, like quite a few times, and think, well, what am I doing in this space? Like, I feel like something's wrong. I'm hearing that for a number of, like, maybe there's an industry and you're like, well, I just feel like something's just not perfect, but I feel like it's also not a matter of being perfect. It's like something is like fundamentally, I'm hearing, wrong when it comes to the humanity, I'm hearing, of whatever this also degree program is. And for a number of you, it was so complicated that maybe someone like wrote it off or something. They were like, wow, there's just so many factors. Like, how would I even like come through with that? How would I comment on that? Whatever it may be. Now, however, Libra, I get to the point for a number of you where somebody realizes that it's also their company, and it's their conversation that they have that needs to be made clear. I'm hearing the conversation they have with themselves, of even like why they carry this out. So to begin with, now for a number of you, maybe it's something that you've actually created, or it's something that you're really like, you want to create, or you're like, well, I want to like really supercharge, or I want to like streamline this space, but I know that there needs to be a story. And so maybe for a number you feel like you want to somehow supplement even the space of your income with a sort of broader story, where you don't just feel like, well, I'm just making money and it's just like a company, I'm hearing, sort of thing as well. So for a number of you, there is a sort of ethical space that you feel your work you know, kind of like needs, I'm hearing, or and that you feel it, it perhaps like at the current time, like it's not, or you want, maybe if this is for a number, for example, somebody has let's say a product, and they're like, well, I want to like associate it, let's say, with a certain campaign. I want to charge it with some sort of ethos, I'm hearing as well. Ethically, I'm hearing ethically, ethos. I want there to be a reason for why also I create what it is that I do. I'm hearing as well, I want to give back to certain communities. Now, what does that mean? Take it as you will. Now, for a number of you, I'm hearing it has to do with the place to perform. I'm not sure what that's alluding to. Like, maybe someone's like, well, I want to give kudos to my teachers. I'm hearing that as well. Now, I'm hearing even the ones that failed me. I'm hearing on the exams. Okay, anyways, let's backtrack. Now, for a number of you, I'm hearing Cleo. I'm hearing in finance class. I'm hearing Cleo. It could be certain lessons, even past lives. I'm hearing specifically that are left as envelopes for you to open. I'm hearing that specifically, like, when you're ready. I don't know what that's about, but the Seven of Swords are bright, Nine of Pentacles are bright, Eight of Wands are bright, 5-1. I'm not saying anything. It's coming through. I'm hearing Capricorn. Now, Libra, for a number of you, I'm hearing I've been single for a long time. I'm hearing that with the Seven of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Eight of Wands. Now, maybe it's in this way where you feel like, well, I've technically been successful, but, you know, there's something that I just feel like I wanna match, okay? My material gains with my mentorship. I'm hearing capabilities. Like, I want to leave more than a footprint. I'm hearing that as well. I want to leave a legacy. Now, for a number of you, this has to do with something that you want to actually lead others to learn about the space of. For a number of you, it may have to do with history of a certain land. Now, for a number of you, Libra, again, I'm seeing maybe even you're like, well, again, I want to maybe even like partner up with certain brands, but I don't want it to just be for like promoting products. I want there to be some sort of broader attention that's brought to certain even communities, broad networks, okay, and content that I feel kind of like serve as more than just like filler. I'm hearing for the film. So maybe someone, got it. So somebody maybe has a sort of, even like a, I'm hearing a film project, I'm hearing duet, or I'm hearing film project. It is technically entertainment, but they don't want it to just kind of like be called that as well. All right, they're like, I want to be able to call like the classroom a classroom, like even the heat of the discussion. Like, I don't want it to just be like dramatic. I want it to be something that, you know, people not only crave attention for, but also like they have a thirst truly for knowledge. So maybe someone is even starting some sort of campaign or like a movement program, even for children, and it has to do with bringing light to resources. I'm hearing as well as more than just considered that. Okay, so be it related even to investment. It's like, you know, I, you know, have this fund and I want to invest in certain spaces, but what is the role really that money plays, and so on and so forth. And so, for a number of you, it has to do with traveling, and I'm hearing traveling with the Ten of Pentacles. The Temperance card in reverse. Libra. For a number of you, feel like you have some sort of information you want to even pass on, no, but you're very wary about that. I'm hearing as well, like, maybe you don't want to get personally involved as well. Okay, I'm hearing the right foot in the door could be the wrong foot. I'm hearing in your mouth. I don't know what that's about, but let's see as you will. I'm hearing also the right foot in your mouth. Now, I'm hearing to respond with, so maybe someone feels like they have to be careful, as they may feel it, with the responses that they get. Like, they don't want to say, also, they don't want to point fingers. They don't want to make anyone feel like they're under arrest. Okay, like, I'm blaming you for this, or like, you know, they don't want to have to like create this whole, again, like caricature where certain people are sort of like made out to be monsters, I'm hearing, and like mandated to leave as well. That's not really the type of community I'm hearing that I'm hearing belongs in place of whatever this belief system was. And I'm not sure what that's alluding to. For me, that's to do with legality. Legal affairs. Now, 204 44. Now, in front of me here, it has to do with legal training. Okay. For a number of you, Libra, I'm hearing, for a number of you, again, you want to compliment, like, something even aesthetic or, like, related to the promotion of products, but related to real things. Like, I don't know what that's taken as you will, but it's considered a real thing. You know, if it's real, is it a thing? Take it as you will. No judgment. I'm hearing, like, after all is said and done, what is it that we took away from each of those experiences? Now, something very interesting that's coming through. I'm seeing somebody who's like, well, I want to start a campaign where, you know, we give people, let's say, things that they wish for, and then we take them away. And we have them realize, after all, how meaningless it really was. Okay, I'm hearing that specifically, like, and they perhaps even they want to swap out. They want people to recognize, wow, like, what did I actually receive when I received that thing? And when I got it taken away, you know, like, what was it that I actually, like, I still held on to, I still had of it, was it the memory of that? So in some way, it's like there is a focus on perhaps training the mind to see meaning behind the sort of materialism. Thank you so much for tuning in, Libra. Love the light to you. Enjoy this period. And I'm seeing that maybe even again, someone is like, they want to sort of like combine the concept of production, productivity, and even promotion with some sort of concept of community. I'm hearing ethics, and also like maybe even like they want to associate with some kind of maybe even like a campaign and so on and so forth. They want to bring a sense of community, and even they want to stimulate even conversation around, or even some sort of like culture and community to the I'm hearing to even like I'm hearing the presentation publicly, the public presentation of whatever this hold on, I'm hearing this has to do with music for a number of you. Somebody's like the music industry, like the way it's actually like it's changing. I'm hearing children and the way they see their singing talent, like some, or their singing ability. One second. Themselves as singers, like is someone feels like it just needs to be like rewritten. The whole record I'm hearing needs to be like also like I'm hearing like put on hold, like pause, rest. I'm hearing rest in peace. I'm hearing that with the Ten of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, like rested and redeveloped. I'm hearing that specifically for the sake of the people. I'm hearing who will perform next. So for a number of you, like something's even maybe being like reviewed, reflected on. They're like, was this really responsible? Like I'm hearing that as well. For a number of you, it's something again that has to do again with mentorship. For a number of you though, again, like I'm even seeing somebody's like, look, we need to like put this on hold, and maybe some kind of like even promotion company, some label, and they're like, yeah, I can't just lick envelopes and then like have also people love what they do, or have people look at themselves as more than just a singer. So maybe someone's like, look, maybe they actually invest, or they promote like child stars, or they promote like some kind of content, and they're like, well, I want to feel like I'm actually like pushing people to pursue more than just the project that needs to succeed. I want to actually instill values in the connection to the community that whatever this content is actually reconnects to. Okay, love and light to you. Thank you for tuning in, Libra. Enjoy this period. Bye.